Hi my darlings, today is an extraordinary day. It's Peter's birthday today, my brother Peter, and he would have been 57. And I've just had a quick glimpse through his suitcase of things that Bea kept of his, and I've found some of his paintings. This is one of his still life paintings. A self-portrait. I've shown you lots of pictures of Peter before, but here he is rowing for Oxford University. Used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to practice. Peter loved acting, and here he is in a play when he was at Cranleigh. Can't remember the name of the play now, but I did go to see it, because of course I was an adult, a parent. There he is again. I think that was the same play. Oh, Peter and I, we went, Peter and I jumped in the pool at a very fancy house in Loxwood. Bea and Grandpa were at a Conservative party do, and Peter and I, it was a very hot evening, we jumped in the pool. We both loved swimming and we couldn't resist water ever. And actually here's Peter in the Downs End swimming team. Seems to be the only one looking in the wrong direction. Typical. He was hilarious. And there he is, of course, with Bea and Grandpa. And today is also the 17th anniversary of Grandpa's funeral. But I found something that I've never looked at before. Peter's diary was in his suitcase. And there's not a lot in it actually, but quite a lot of it covers what was happening to me in 1984. And Peter was with me and he was staying with me actually at a very crucial time in my life. And he's written very poignantly about it and talks about you children and how it was for you. But you may want to read it one day, I don't know. And one of the things he talks about is how different I have become after I'd become a Christian, and talks about after my many years of being ill, which I, funnily enough, was telling George, Henry and Sarah about the other day. It just cropped up. George asked me a question. And he's put here, she told me this evening of how she has developed and how she manages to find her strength. It's remarkable. And actually before that he says it's nothing short of a miracle. She presents a challenge to anybody who doubts God's existence and who knows Laurie's character. Laurie has always been the weakest and most dependent member of our family. She's not really been able to cope with intense pressure, but now in the face of the present tragedy, which surely is one of the worst, her strength is phenomenal. And as I was saying to Sarah, George and Henry the other day, when I was telling them very briefly about an experience I had, God continues to give me immense strength. But Peter became a Christian as well before he died, and he drew a picture of a vision that he had, and I'll show that to you one time. But anyway, today I just actually want to celebrate his life with wonderful, wonderful memories of him. He was an amazing person. You grandchildren would have just loved him so much. He was such fun, he was so clever, he just did amazing things in his life. And I think I've shown you a lot of these pictures before, but here's just another glimpse of the frame that I have I don't know if you can see any of these pictures. I know I've shown them to you before. Well, I know I've shown them to you before, so they're not quite so important, but I always look at them on this day and give thanks for Peter and the amazing person he was. And you all have a little bit of the same genes in you that were in him. Love you all loads. Bye, my darlings. Here comes a big hug. Oh dear, the bingo wings aren't shrinking. Bye.